Finally, I have made it to Nevada. Sure, it took 200 hours. Being a floating circle with a manga panel in it doesn't lend itself to driving very easily, but I did it. And I think this is the perfect backdrop to talk about one of my favorite franchises ever, Tremor. Oh, hold on. Hello? Hello, hello? Oh, you don't want me to talk about Tremors. You want me to talk about a modern movie. I mean, Project Hail Mary actually was a really good film, so I don't mind talking. Oh. Not Hail Mary, wow. Animal Farm? That shit? Really? Anything. Really? I drove all the way out here. This took... I would have to book... That takes place in, like, England. Fine. Animal Farm it is. Hate my job. Animal Farm 2026 is bad.
Daring today, aren't we?
Hey, Squidward, shut the fuck up.
Animal Farm is a 1945 book written by George Orwell that, judging off of my viewer demographics, about like 65% of you are probably going to have to read at some point. So, no spoilers here. You gotta do that shit on your own. I ain't fucking helping you. But as you can probably guess, I do care about this book. I'm not gonna sit here and LARP Animal Farm. It's not one of my favorite books of all time. But I do recognize how important it is. And I do understand the message behind it. It is a very powerful and good message. This fucking movie does not have that. This movie fucking blows. So, let's pick this apart real quick. First, going over.
I shall take this brave full of vape, head and break a switch to make a point. I hate a blood boxer, but he only kicks stable boys.
So, the plot of this film, very loosely summarized by yours truly, is you take the first half of the book, cut that out, and extend the latter half really wide, and then add some random filler about them buying like cars and shit. Somehow it still fucking drags, and also there's just like there's some nonsensical bullshit in this movie. Like the main villain lady, who we'll get into later, I have a lot of problems with her. Fucking wants to build this big ass dam on this like little tiny fuck ass river, and like after they're done building this dam, like you see like the fucking water behind it, and it's like a fucking ocean. Like where the fuck did all that water come from? Like what the fuck? It was like a fucking stream. It's like a tiny like fucking waterfall. Like it was bad. It's fucking, what the fuck? There's a whole lot of fucking shit that doesn't even really go anywhere. Again, the plot more or less the same structure of the book, done way worse because half of it's gutted, but the plot isn't really my main issue of this movie. My main issue is the...
There you have it, note the feral habits of the hairless savage.
Alright, starting with the main character, is it in the book? I put my OC in Animal Farm. Is it noticeable? Character. Like, he's inoffensive, but like, he doesn't really have much of a character. His character is essentially just for the like just going there like, Napoleon, that's bad, don't do that. Napoleon's just like, let's do it anyway, fucking bitch. Like he's fine. Boxer, oh my god, Boxer, my boy, what did they do to you? He dies by saving a person. The original book of People Aren't Good. No, I'm pretty. Also, if I remember correctly, one of the first things that happens in that book, when they were fighting the people, he like accidentally splatters someone's head open because of like his fucking shoes on. I remember that from fucking 8th grade English class. Old Major isn't here, and he's kind of important because he's the whole reason why the plot even gets started. I can't believe I'm about to say this, but fucked up in the crib in 2026, wondering where the fuck Karl Marx is. He ain't in this fucking movie. Fucking about to hit the
Old Major would be disgraced by this adaptation.
But the biggest offense, and the character I want to talk most about, is arguably my favorite character from the book, because I think he represents the message behind the book and the themes of the book, and like the allegory and the cautionary tale aspect. Like he represents the book really well, and that's the main antagonist. And in this movie, he fucking sucks. This version of him is bad. There's a scene where this motherfucker farts for 30 seconds. And I counted 30 seconds. You also have the fact that he's not the main antagonist of the film. There's this I don't even remember her fucking name. It's like she's like female Elon Musk. I'm surprised she's the villain considering who made this movie. Ooh, that's more political commentary than in this goddamn piece of shit. Personally, I think having another villain here ruins Napoleon's whole shtick. Obviously, he, like, works with other people, like works with people, like sells to other farms, and like in the original story and in the other adaptations, like that's fine. But I think having like the villain be present for so long takes away from like all the impact that Napoleon could have in the story, and also like her like tricking him and shit loses a lot of the, you know, authoritarianism that Napoleon represents. Like he's not a proper allegory for what he represents at all. Also, another thing I have a really big problem with, and this is funny coming from you know, the funny power scaling channel, funny power scaler talking right here, but I don't like that when he's backed up in a corner in the finale of the movie, he he attempts to throw hands, and he actually does throw hands, and he was fucking winning. I don't like that. Napoleon as a character should, when he's backed into a corner, should not be throwing hands. He should be cowering or like pleading, at least in my opinion. Like the original animated one from the 50s, that does a better job at portraying what he would be like backed up into a corner than in this movie, because he wouldn't fucking like rush in and try to fucking deck you. He wouldn't fucking do that. I don't like that he did that. Like well, motherfucker not pull.
Brother, who's that on the logo? Because Jordan never did that move.
Another character that pissed me off was the fucking Sheldon Cooper sheep. See, like in the original story, the sheep represent like the masses. Like, you know, they repeat phrases. They're like, you know, they're the whole like, oh, 4 legs good, 2 legs back, which for some reason they keep making a fucking rule. It's stupid. But like, this motherfucker, no, all he does is like when the sheep are doing their chant, motherfucker's just like, what are you doing? Stop doing this. Don't you see what's happening? He adds nothing. He adds nothing to the plot. He has zero plot relevance. He not only does he ruin the plot, not ruin the plot, he adds nothing to the plot. He fucking completely like tanks the goddamn symbolism and metaphor behind like the sheep as a whole, because you got this dipshit like explaining it to the audience like, don't do that, that's bad, motherfucker hint
Mbappe
be special with his plot relevance. At the moment,
Currently
nothing. Absolutely terrible. But there is one thing that I do not think is terrible about this movie, and that's the very quickly, I do want to talk about how the use of color in this movie. I love color theory and shit like that. So how I do like how as the story progresses, the tone, even though it really does this, it progressively like gets darker. The color palette also progressively gets like darker, gets like more reds, more like deeper tone. Like I like that a lot. I think it's a very visually pretty movie. It looks way too good for its own merit. I wish it looked like shit just so I could hate it more, just so it's like funnier. Very mid movie, but like I wish it's too well animated for its own good. It's very clear that the people who were animating this movie cared a lot, and it is a very visually pretty movie. Everything else you throw out, Nuke everything else, but the visuals. Visuals are nice, but you know, the separate this the dog shit ass review from every other review of this movie. Let's talk about the now. Does Animal Farm has an IP? I don't care. As a piece of media, I don't really think Animal Farm as a whole really warrants itself to power scaling discussions. But there are a couple feats in this movie that were pretty impressive. A boxer pulling off the funny pulling the shit off of the one guy. That's probably a decent lifting strength feat. Napoleon technically tanks the dam, fucking busting all over him. That's probably like wall level, if I would imagine. I'm not calculating this shit, but like again, as like a whole, I don't really think Animal Farm warrants itself to like versus battle discussions really well. But right now, I do have an excuse to talk about a matchup I really like, and yeah, you can probably guess what the fuck it is. Yeah, Napoleon versus Jack Maradu. Yeah. I like this matchup a lot. It's really fun. It's really thematic. It dives into like dissecting man in very unique ways. I don't think it works as a versus fight at all. As like a character discussion, go all for it. But like I don't think this works as a versus fight like at all. But yeah, really fuck with this matchup. And now it's the. Alright, yeah, this video is a two-pack of ass. I'm not gonna lie. But closing thoughts. It's not worth your time. It wasn't worth my time, trust me. I barely even fucking remember. I watched this movie as recording this about like two hours ago, and I do not remember fucking anything about it. It went through one eye and out the other. Dog shit. Abominable dog shit. This sucked. And even though this movie is a two-pack of ass, all these reviews on it are all destructive. They're never constructive. Now, bear with me. I believe in some alternate universe, this movie could have been made as a great allegory. Yes, you could still have all the farm animals running around and going on little adventures, but you could have it shown a very strong message against authoritarianism and oppression and not letting things go under your nose. What a concept. But anyway, if you watched this, I appreciate it. I thank you. And I hope you have a very good, wonderful rest of your day. As for one of you, the darkest pits of hell have opened to swallow you whole. So don't keep the devil waiting, old friend.